and welcome to the Graduate Research Assistant Training on Research Compliance and Ethics. My name is Donna Eaton, and I'm the Director of Research Compliance and Ethics, and we're located under the Division of Research and Economic Development in the Fort IRC building. Today I hope to equip and engage you in laws that apply to research. It is very important that you understand that even though you know that you have professional standards and that you have ethical standards, that there are also laws that apply to research, and in order for us to have undeniable respect for our research, and in order for us to avoid personal, professional, and legal consequences for ourselves and a university, that we must function and adhere to those laws. So let's get started. The Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee approves activities involving the use of vertebrate animals for research, teaching, production, demonstration, or other use. We have a lab animal research unit on our campus, and it has approximately 14 labs and holding rooms in Webb Hall and the new science building. The Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee is governed by the Office of Laboratory Animal Welfare and the USDA. Consequently, when the animal escaped from Wake Forest University, they came under scrutiny by PETA. So not only do we have compliance agencies that we are accountable to, there are watchdog organizations that will get involved when it comes to animals, humans, and bioterrorism. But in this case, PETA got involved. And finally, we have the Radiation and Laser Safety Committee. This committee approves research involving the use of radioactive materials and or laser equipment. It is governed by EPA regulations. Now let's talk about responsible conduct in research. Responsible conduct in research has 9 main topics that are to be covered and understood by all research scientists. In fact, if you are funded by the National Institute of Health or NSF, you're required to take this training. And we offer that through the Office of Research Compliance and Ethics. However, these are standards that should govern the research of all of our investigators. The topics include, besides animal and human subjects, and the biohazards and laser and radiation topics that we've covered and that are reviewed by our compliance committees. We have authorship and publication, collaborative research, conflict of interest, data management, intellectual property, mentoring, peer review, and whistleblowing. And remember, if you're being sponsored under an NIH or an NSF grant, at some point you may be required to take this training. Next, I want to review export control with you. It's something that's come into fruition across the country. Shortly after 9/11, this really came into the forefront to make sure that universities understand the laws that apply to research. These laws have been effective for a long time, but certainly after 9/11 they became more important, and they're becoming more important for universities because a lot of agencies are using universities to get research results. Export control laws are government restrictions on information, technology, services, and other goods that are deemed critical to national security, economy, or foreign policy. Examples of deemed critical goods are military weapons, missile technology, those that are called or considered dual-use items that can be used for military as well as commercial use. Chemical and biological weapons, encryption technology and related software, high-performance computers, lasers, and other high-technology medical devices. Let's do that one over. Our next topic is export control. Export control is government restrictions on information, technology, services, and other goods that are deemed critical to national security, economy, and foreign policy. Now, examples of items that are deemed critical are military weapons, missile technology, dual use items, which are items that can be used for military or commercial uses, chemical and biological weapons, encryption technology and related software, high performance computers, and lasers or other high technology medical devices. Now, what constitutes an export? Well, an export occurs whenever an item, commodity, technology, or software is sent out of the United States to a foreign destination. But don't let the sent out of the United States part fool you. As we've discussed earlier, this is critical to national security. So we don't want to share any critical information, results of research, with whomever the government determines is an enemy of the United States, or for that particular type of research is high risk for using the information against the United States. So a foreign person can be a foreign business, a foreign country, or an individual who does not have a green card for the United States. Now, an export can take place in any form, not just physical shipments. So it can be an email, it can be information shared in a telephone conversation, it can be it can be information shared face to face with someone who is not a U.S. citizen who's standing on U.S. soil. So don't let the part about sent out of the U.S. to a foreign destination fool you. A person who is not a U.S. citizen is a foreign destination, and that destination is their country of origin. Case in point, about how consequences for universities have grown whenever these laws are not adhered to is this professor we're showing here on the screen. He received a 48-month sentence in prison for the illegal disclosure and transport of restricted military information associated with a project that he was doing for the United States Air Force under a contract with another university. It was plasma technology that was going to help with the drone, and he had some special appointment with this university in China. He had Chinese graduate students, and he was preparing to visit this university in China, and he began sending his latest research results over email, transmitting PowerPoints and information over email to recipients over in a Chinese university and his grad students who were non-citizens. And this was his recent research results. He was warned by the compliance officer and officer-sponsored programs, so the university was not, the university didn't suffer consequences, we'll say. But this was a first for a professor to suffer jail time for not following laws related to research compliance.